can't believe we're already at the end of another season.
I know, but it has been so much fun learning about all our other furry friends that share our homes.
I know, I've learned so much along the way, and I reckon I've entertained the people at home immensely with my funny puns.
I'm sure you've learnt a lot, but I'm really not sure about those joke things.
Oh, that's a bit rough. I thought my jokes were awesome. Oh, you'd be barking mad not to find them funny.
Oh, please, guys, stick around because there is plenty of useful information ahead.
Well, I better brush up on some tasty puns for the end of the episode.
There's not enough hours left in the day.
During the summer, it can look like our double-coated dogs just aren't coping, and some owners might be tempted to shave them, but this can actually make it worse for them to cope with the heat. I'm with Emily, the master groomer at Petstock, who's going to walk us through some tips to keep our double-coated dogs cool and comfortable during the summer. So Emily, what is a double coat?
So a double coat is a coat with two layers. It has a top coat and an undercoat layer. So this undercoat, which is like, yeah, it's a layer of insulation that's meant to be there for heat and cooling purposes.
Okay, so how can we, prevent having to shave the coat if we think that they are having issues?
Basically, it's about maintenance. We want to make sure that they're just groomed on a regular basis and that you can get air to the skin, because this insulation only works if air can get right through to the dog's skin.
Okay.
So brushing and combing and de-shedding on a regular basis.
Alrighty, and what are some of the other breeds that have this underlying?
There's actually a lot of breeds with the undercoat. There's Rottweilers, Beagles, Pugs, German Shepherds. Even short-haired dogs, some have undercoat as well.
Okay.
The ones that shed a lot.
And we do see Pomeranians that look like the little boo, and a lot of people have shaved that. What happens if people have shaved it?
Unfortunately, what can happen is that the coat will never grow back quite the same. Once this top coat becomes damaged, then you end up with a lot of undercoat maybe growing back, but not the whole coat coming back all at the same time. So it means then that they don't have an insulation anymore and that they can suffer more in the heat.
Alrighty, so people think that they're doing the right thing, taking that top one off, but it's the under one that we need to get. So how do we get this out? What kind of tools and stuff should we be using?
So it's really important that you start with a clean dog first. So the dog needs to be washed really well.
Okay.
There's various detangling sprays that will help the brush go through more easily. And then it's just a combination of a good brush and these undercoat rakes.
Okay, so that's what gets it out as well. Nice one. And when people are washing their dog, they need to make sure they're dry and those mats don't start?
Yes, it's really important that the dog is dry, particularly at the skin. A lot of people say go to the dogs to the beach, they run around and jump out, and then they're drying here, but they're not drying underneath. Okay. And that's what's most important.
And the salt from the beach?
Yeah, look, you really need to make sure that after you come out of the water that you've rinsed all the salt water out of the coat, or if they've swum in a pond or a creek, that you don't leave any of that yucky stuff close to the skin.
Okay, that get a bit smelly too, I imagine.
Yes, yes.
Oh, good. Now, what about other tips for owners coming up into summer who don't have a double-coated dog, but what should they be doing at home as well?
Every dog needs a brush. Not only is it a good bonding experience for your dog, it's a relaxing massage, so it should be fun. It shouldn't be something that's stressful or traumatic for the dog. It should be something that you can just sit down and lovingly stroke your dog.
Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Well, thank you, Emily. Thank you, Hunter, for being such a good little dog here for us. If you'd like to find out more about grooming and to find a local Petstock groomer, visit the Petstock website, petstock.com.au. Many owners are a bit worried about the fact that their dog humps, so I thought I would give you some comfort in explaining some of the reasons why they do it, because it's not always sexual. In this instance, Hudson is humping because he's about to go for a walk and he's excited, so the adrenaline has kicked in. And that's one reason why dogs do hump when they're playing, because they're really worked up and it gets them so excited. Another reason why dogs can hump is obviously if they're intact, and that's another issue, that is sexual as well. And then the other reason is anxiety. They can have some anxiety which causes them to chew blankets and hump inanimate objects. So this is when it becomes a bit of a problem if your dog is doing that and is incessantly humping things, kids, pillows, blankets. So what we want to make sure in those instances is that we calmly remove the object so that they don't get used to doing it all the time, because otherwise it can become a bit of a compulsive disorder. We definitely do not want to be laughing, pointing, making a fuss of it, because in the dog, they're starting to feel good about that. They're getting recognition, they're getting some attention. So in those instances, again, no movement, no laughing, just simply remove the object so they don't get into the habit of doing it. In Hudson's case, when it's excitement and dogs are doing it that way, what we want to do is we want to put them into a counter move and instead put them into a sit to stop that behaviour rather than making a fuss again. The other thing, of course, as we said, excitement, nice and calmly, no more doing that. If you are finding, though, that it has become a bit of a problem, either at home because of anxiety or whether you're down at the dog park and your dog's doing it a little bit too much and a little bit too forcefully, then I would definitely seek out the services of a qualified trainer. Visit the NDTF website to help.
Over 6,000 pets are bitten by snakes in Australia each year. Like us, it's considered a life-threatening emergency, so it's really important to be able to recognise the signs of a bite and to know what to do if it happens. We all know that snakes like the warmer weather and that they hang around dams and creeks where there's fresh water. Surprisingly though, 73% of snakebite attacks on dogs occur in the dog's very own backyard. Snakes can be out at any time of day or night and can be found in all seasons. So to reduce the risk of snakes gathering on your property, keep your yard tidy by clearing undergrowth, filling holes in the ground, mowing the lawn and clearing away toys and tools, which make great hiding places for snakes. Keep walkways clear of brush, flowers and shrubs. Clean up any spilled food, fruit or bird seeds. If you attract rodents, you'll attract snakes. Store firewood away from the house and always seek professional help in the removal of a snake from your property. Remember, most snakes don't wish to interact with us or our pets. So if you see a snake, restrain your pet and simply give the snake time to move away, slowly walking back the way you came. To help avoid snakes whilst out walking with your dog in areas snakes might inhabit, stay on open paths. Keep your dog on a leash and away from high grass and rocks, where snakes like to rest. Don't let your dog explore holes or dig under rocks or logs. Signs of a snake bite occur 1 to 24 hours after the incident. Common initial signs include collapse and vomiting, followed by a deceptive improvement and then gradual worsening over the next 24 hours. A common early sign are dilated pupils as well as hind leg weakness. The hind leg weakness progresses to paralysis if left untreated, and then even a coma and death. Other more subtle signs that you might see along the way include pale mucous membranes, trembling, depression, and bleeding from wounds, or blood in vomit and urine due to an inability to clot from the snake venom. If you do suspect that your dog has been bitten by a snake, seek veterinary attention immediately. And remember, don't panic. You need to stay calm so that you can keep your pet calm and keep them as still as possible to prevent venom spreading throughout their body. Whatever you do, don't waste time tourniqueting the area or trying to catch the snake. It's not going to help with treatment and you're only putting yourself at risk. Before you drive to the vets, call ahead. Not all vets have anti-venom and it's best that they know that you're coming. The cost of treating a snake bite is expensive, somewhere between $4,000 to $7,000. So pet insurance can give you the peace of mind that your pet is covered in such an emergency. If you'd like to find out more about HIF's pet insurance, visit their website.
Recall training with your dog is pretty much the most important thing that you could do, because you want your dog to come back to you when they're running or they're about to cross the road or anytime they're playing with the dog and you've got to go. But the biggest problem that we have is that often as owners, we call out to our dog, we bring them back, we go, leave the park and take them home. Now, if you were the dog and every time you got called back, you had to go home, you might not always come back, mightn't you? So this is why we need to make it fun. And that's where a lot of owners tend to make a mistake. They don't make it fun for their dog to come back to them, particularly with puppies. So what we want to do is we always want to make sure when we call our dog that they are actually in a vicinity that if they don't come, we can actually go and get them so that we're not standing there calling them 100 times and they learn to ignore us. So, for example, I'm going to give Ellie a call now. Ellie, come. Yes, come on. Yeah, good girl, good girl. That's what we want. See, making it a big fun game for a dog makes it more enticing for them to come back to us. The running backwards is really key and making it really good fun. If you keep doing that, then your dog learns that coming to you doesn't always mean that the end of the games begin. It means they get a lot of good praise as well, which is always a great thing, and it entices them to come back to you. Running backwards, making it really exciting, much more exciting than the dog or whatever they're doing on the end of the park is also key. If you're having a few issues, start with the smaller lead in your backyard, then start with the longer lead so that you can pull them towards you and work on that. And if you're still not quite sure, this is a little tip that I've got for a lot of recall issues. If you've got a dog that you're not ever quite sure about, try tying a ribbon onto them. They still think psychologically that they've got a lead on them, but they can still go have their fun. And of course, if worst case scenario hits, you can step on it, but they don't get caught up like they do with normal leads. So remember, make it fun, run backwards, release them to go play again. Do that plenty of times before taking them home. You'll find that your dog comes back to you a lot more often than they used to.
Whilst cats can be cute and cuddly, there is one thing about owning a cat that is not so pleasant, isn't it, Annika? And that would have to be the kitty litter.
You're right, Lara. The cat litter can actually smell. It can track all around the house, and often it's not very good for the environment either.
No, and talking about that, I have seen people flush it down the toilet, but you're not meant to do that.
Look, you're not meant to do that, and certainly what we have here today are 3 of the top selling types of litters, if you like.
Yes.
Clay litter, we have paper litter and crystal litter, and none of these are flushable. However, Wee Kitty clumping corn litter, which is made from corn, is flushable. Let me just do a quick demonstration on that for you. If you can see, if I just add water to a little bit that we have here, you can see how the material actually dissolves.
Yes.
And this is so fantastic because it just eliminates so much household waste.
That would save people throwing out a lot of this, really, wouldn't it? You can just put it down in your toilet and it's absolutely fine.
That's it, absolutely fine. Now, the other thing to note is that this is actually made from corn, which is a highly renewable source and is free from chemicals. Whereas other variants, clay, for instance, is stripped mined from the earth. Paper is made, obviously, from trees. And crystal is also mined from the earth. And in fact, in other parts of the world, such as Europe, they've actually banned this type of litter from being produced because it's so bad for the environment.
Yeah, right. So this is a much more sustainable product that we can reduce household waste at the same time.
Exactly.
What about the smell, though? Because I've got a friend, she's got a couple of cats and she just complains no matter what she does, it still smells all the time.
The smell is a big deal because, let's face it, cats' urine really does stink. Now, what goes hand in hand with smell is absorbency, and not all litters clump. And the big deal about a clump is it actually works to track the odour. So something like a paper litter, for instance, does not clump.
Okay.
I'm going to show you this just with a quick demonstration here. So let me just do this quickly. This is the crystal litter.
Okay, so quite a common one that people use.
So you can see if we count to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you can see how this has not formed a clump here.
Nice, nice.
Now, you want the clump, as I said, because this is what captures the odour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know, look, it is a bit of a mess.
Well. I feel like
it is a bit of a mess. Oopsie daisy.
Kids slimy games or something.
And then here on the clay, now clay actually does clump, but actually, interestingly, the corn litter is 3 times more absorbent than clay.
Okay, that looks much better for your kitchen benches.
Now you can see, but we still have remnants here.
Are you cleaning up after this?
Yes, no problem. It'll be my pleasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, you can actually see how quick that binds.
Magic.
It's like magic, isn't
isn't it?
And it's kind of quite a contrast to the flushability because you think something that clumps like that wouldn't flush.
That doesn't make sense to
now,
me.
this is a big deal because if it clumps like that, it means that you're getting more uses out of the litter because less bits fall off, and it means it's really trapping the odour. So within 5 minutes, you cannot detect odour at all from the cat using Wee Kitty, and that's the comments that we get mostly from people. They say, Annika, you've changed my life because now I walk into my apartment and I can't smell the litter tray.
Yeah, that's a massive difference. And the other thing about kitty litter as well is it can get stuck on your cats. Like if you're tracking through the house.
Trackable.
Don't like
that's where these something like these big pellets makes a really big difference. You can see something like this is very easy to get stuck in their fur and between their paws.
Yes.
And something like this is a little bit better. And look, these little things, I don't know if you've ever trod on those without your slippers on.
They can hurt.
But that can hurt.
And some people might think they're salt and use them on their food.
Some people might.
Is that just me?
So some people, yeah. So look, not having to clean up your litter tray every day and the mess around it, really can change your life.
Lovely. So it's less waste, more efficient.
That's right. Environmentally friendly source and flushable.
Well, where can you buy it?
That's right. That's a good question.
That's
you
an
can
obvious
buy it
question.
rufusandcoco.com.au. You can also buy it in leading specialty stores, but if you buy it online, you can also have it delivered to your front door.
That sounds easy all round.
It's easy.
All right. Well, thank you, Annika.
Thank you so much.
Darcy might like to give it a go.
The gut health of our dogs is something we often neglect, yet it can have huge implications on their overall well-being. That's where Augustine Approved comes in. Made to human consumption standards, this range of nutritional products is designed to supplement your Pooches diet to not only encourage improved skin, better digestion and absorption of nutrients, but also promote healthy organ function and joints. There's several products in the range, each created with varying benefits for your pooch. Best of all, they're easy to add to your dog's diet to ensure they're getting all the vitamins, minerals and nutrients they need to stay happy and healthy. If Augustine approves, then no doubt your dog will too. Hey, there was a package at the front door.
Yes, there was. Oh, Darcy, look at this. Oh, my goodness.
What is it?
What's inside of it? This is his Go Get Me subscription box for being such a good boy.
Well, of course he is. What's inside?
Well, you always get 5 to 7 different products in here. You always get 2 toys, 2 lots of treats. Well, there they are. Oh, my goodness, Darcy. A chew.
Yeah.
And there's always something new and exciting as well. Oh.
That looks unreal. Do you get the same products every month?
No, you always get a different one, so you never get the same product twice.
And are the products any good?
Yeah, of course. So the treats are always nice and healthy and natural, and they're sourced only from New Zealand and Australia. And then you've got the toys, they're always really good quality and safe. And the great thing is these are from all around the world, so you can't even find them in pet stores sometimes.
Ah, look at this, there's some cards in here too.
Yeah,
What
so
are
they
these?
tell you what's in the box every time. You get the Go Get Me tip, and you even get some tricks, don't you, Daz?
Oh yeah, look Darcy, here's a little trick. Teach your pooch to spin.
Oh, yes.
Can your dog do a spin on command? They can now, just follow these steps.
Yeah, well, see, the good thing is it's not only fun, it's also good training as well. Build your bond.
Yeah, right. So how much does it cost?
Plans start at $39 a box for a monthly delivery. The boxes are customised to size, so you can choose a small, a medium or large, depending on your dog's size. This one's a small for Darcy. We're going to get Ellie your medium or large for Christmas, I reckon.
Do you have to get them monthly or?
Nope, you can order them special times. So we'll get birthday boxes. You can now ever get Easter and Christmas ones as well.
Well, maybe I'll get one for George for Christmas.
Yeah, they're specially themed, so they're cool.
Might even get some packages for the Rellos for Christmas as well, for Kris Kringle.
Why not? I say give the dogs the present, I reckon.
Yeah, it's so much more fun.
It sure is. Darcy thinks so. Well, if you want to get yourself a Go Get Me subscription box, visit their website and don't forget to use the $10 code Pooches and get up to 25% off your first box. This is so exciting, Dad.
For discerning pet owners, it has become increasingly difficult to know what establishments openly welcome our furry companions. If you're planning a holiday and want to take your pet along for the ride, then head to takeyourpet.com.au. Take Your Pet provides animal owners with a simple, easy-to-navigate solution to searching, finding and choosing the next adventure with their four-legged friends. With over 12,000 pet-friendly businesses on their database, you're spoilt for choice and will easily be able to find the best pet-friendly establishments for your needs. From accommodation listings and restaurants to things to do and see, Take Your Pet is a leading online destination for all things pet-friendly travel in Australia. Located on the southeastern tip of South Australia's Yorke Peninsula, Edith Caravan Park is the perfect base to explore the beauty of the region. It's located in close proximity to surf beaches, rugged coast, as well as child-safe beaches and a tidal swimming pool. With accommodation options ranging from unpowered sites to luxury executive seafront spa cabins, Edith Caravan Park has something to suit every taste and budget.
So Chris, we often hear about human-grade food in our pet food. What does it mean and how's that different to pet food grade pet food?
Yeah, there's an obvious difference. So the human-grade pet food means it comes from a human-grade facility. Okay. So we commonly call those an abattoir. And then the pet-grade meat is really coming from what's known as a knackery.
Ah, okay.
So you've got different processes, different quality of meats, inspection from the QA officers there. Just generally the quality of the meat is fit for human consumption, which is what we find in Big Dog. From slaughter through to in a box, you've got those increased inspections from all the QA officers, standards that have to be met, legislations, especially from an export facility as well, which a lot of our product is derived from export facilities.
So this is particularly important for kangaroo meat, isn't it, because of the parasites?
Yes, our kangaroo definitely comes from human-grade facilities as well. Most important from slaughter right through to in a box with those raw materials that those inspections are there from the QA officers within those facilities.
Okay, so if you'd like to check out the human-grade quality meat and the Big Dog pet food range, visit their website.
Thanks, Lara.
Got that right?
You got it.
Meet Marty McFly, the cat with so many tricks he'll leave you in a spin. But he's no fool, there's got to be something in it for him. This feline has moves that'll put many a trained pooch to shame. I don't know about you, but I never knew cats could be taught to play up for camera. Apart from sitting, dropping, giving high fives and rolling over, this smart pet is also happy to show some affection, with a little kiss to say, thanks for the love. Do you like travelling with pets and think you have a great idea to help create the best pet-friendly caravan ever? If so, then get your entry in for the chance to win a $250 Pet Stock gift voucher and $250 worth of Family Parks vouchers, so you and your pet can take a well-deserved break. All you need to do is come up with a pawsome design idea that will help keep you and your furry friend extra comfortable and safe whilst on a caravanning holiday. To submit your idea, go to newagecaravans.com.au.
Well, thanks for watching another series of Pooches at Play. We hope you enjoyed it and managed to survive Guyton's puns.
What? Oh, Lara, that's a bit rough. I work like a dog on this show. I think you wouldn't hound me and put me in the doghouse.
This doesn't end, does it?
Well, not when I've got an audience. On that note, don't forget to check out our website for past episodes and lots more tips.
We're updating it all year round with plenty of pet care advice and lots of training tips for your dog and to keep your family safe.
We'll see you next season.